What is going on, YouTube? This is Harri927 here, and today I'm going to talk about the big one, folks. The one the critics have been bashing on since its first release. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about a spoiler-free review of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. And I've got two Batman figures from the movie, and the Batmobile, and also a Batman cereal. I've tried it, it's very good. So anyway, I'm going to just talk about no spoilers. Just how I like and what I did not like about the movie. I saw the movie twice in theaters, and, well, here's my opinion. To be quite honest, I really loved it. And when I saw it in the theaters on Thursday for its first screening opening, I literally was on the edge of my seat, and my jaw was dropped when I first saw Batman for the first time returning on the big screen for 4 years since The Dark Knight Rises. We got ourselves a new and perfect Batman. Now this takes place 18 months after the events of Man of Steel. Now I gotta tell you, the cast is spot on fantastic. Let's talk about Ben Affleck as Batman. When I first heard he was cast as Batman, I was literally going, why not? Give him a try. And by all means, I was 100% right. Not only he looked the part of Bruce Wayne, he perfected the part as the Dark Knight himself. After 20 years in Gotham, well actually, it's based on the Dark Knight Returns comics. It takes place 10 years after his retirement when Jason Todd was killed. Well, anyway, Ben Affleck, he nailed the part as Batman, and I claimed him as my second favorite Batman of all time, right up there with the original Michael Keaton. Not only he looked the part, I loved his costume, and I definitely loved his armored version. See what we have on the left right here? His regular suit on the right is spot on. Highly comic book adaptation of the costume. Definitely love the bat symbol though, and definitely love the look of the Batmobile. Very nicely designed. I think it's a hybrid between the '89 Batmobile and the Tumbler from the Dark Knight trilogy. Anyway, Ben Affleck is my favorite modern Batman. Well, second favorite, right up there with Michael Keaton. Definitely love his fighting scenes way better, and he did everything of Batman right. Even though he did kill people, just like Keaton did. But hey, in the original comics, Batman did kill with guns. Who can blame him? Anyway, I think his chemistry between him and Diana, Wonder Woman, is spot on, just like in the Justice League cartoon. And he did the detective part of Batman perfectly. Not only we got a Batman done right, we also got a Wonder Woman done right. Gal Gadot as Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman. Man, oh man, she looked hot as an Amazon princess. Even though she is an Amazon princess. And I'm really glad, I'm really excited, I'm going to see Wonder Woman next year. Although Suicide Squad is going to be the next one in August. Well, anyway, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, fabulous casting. Now let's start with Henry Cavill as Superman, aka Clark Kent. He was good and he was okay in that movie. In Man of Steel, I thought he was okay. Man of Steel was really overrated for me. Anyway, Henry Cavill as Superman, he did a good job in this movie. I thought he did way better than Man of Steel. Anyway, we got Amy Adams returning as Lois Lane, still good. Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White, he was very comical in that movie. And here you have Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Yep, when I heard that Jesse Eisenberg was cast as Lex Luthor, I shrugged to myself, well, I don't think he looks the part, and by golly, I was 100% right. He did not look like Lex Luthor. He was a babbling Lex Luthor that never stays quiet. Anyway, I didn't like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. He sounded like an Edward Nygma type, Jim Carrey-like Riddler. Originally, he was going to be cast as Jimmy Olsen, which I thought he would do better as Jimmy Olsen. But we didn't get him in Man of Steel or in this movie. Well, anyway, Holly Hunter, Diane Lane, and I think that's about it. And also, Kevin Costner returns as Jonathan Kent in a cameo scene. That was very heartwarming for me. Now let's talk about the action. The action scenes in this movie are phenomenal and done right. Zack Snyder did a very good job, but as a director, he's still a good director. I've seen 300 and liked it, but I was never a big fan of his movies. But until I saw Man of Steel, it was good. His direction was good. I still thought another director might do it perfectly. Well, anyway, the action, continuing the action scenes are phenomenal. I definitely love the way Batman fights in the end. My favorite scene is when, oh no, I'm not going to spoil that scene, is when Batman saves Martha Kent from Lex Luthor, his goons, which I thought that was the most epic way Batman could take down thugs. My jaw was dropped when I saw Batman in the Batmobile for the first time. I was really, really hyped, and I was on the edge of my seat when the Batmobile makes his first debut, when he was chasing Lex Luthor's thugs, and by golly, it survived when it crashed into Superman. In that very powerful scene where he goes, next time when you go to your signal, don't go to it. Bury it. The bat is dead. Consider this mercy. And really, another thing about Ben Affleck's Batman that I love is his voice. Not the, where is he? Where's the trigger? Not his growly voice like, this city just showed you that it's full of people ready to believe in good. His voice, Ben Affleck's voice sounded like this. Tell me, do you bleed? You will. Anyway, I love the way Batman spoke in the movie. Way better than Christian Bale. Matter of fact, I loved Ben Affleck's Batman way better than Christian Bale's. Sorry, Christian, you were the perfect Batman in my childhood, or Keaton's, but Ben Affleck, holy smokes, he was awesome as Batman's voice. He nailed it. Anyway, the Batmobile is really, really awesome. I love the design, and I'm really, really excited it's going to make a return in Suicide Squad or any other DC cinematic films. Well, anyway, now there is a scene where the whole Trinity comes together at the end of the movie. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, the whole DC Trinity comes together to fight Doomsday. Yeah, that's right, Doomsday. I thought Doomsday's design was really, really good, but it looked like the cave troll from the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. Hope I blame Zack Snyder's visual effects for it. Anyway, a lot of critics bashed on the movie really, really awful. Like, Rotten Tomatoes gave it 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. My advice, ignore the critics and enjoy the movie as a fan. As Ben Affleck always says, Batman vs. Superman is not for the critics, but for the fans, like I am. I loved it twice, and I'm going to see it again next weekend. Well, anyway, the action scenes are really, really good. Like the Nightmare Batman, for example. Yeah, that was a really good action scene. And the Batwing was good. Loved the dialogue in the movie. Loved the fight between Batman and Superman, even though it was a little short. It was not that long, but But I hope in the R-rated extended edition, which we're getting in somewhere in July, I really hope we're going to get everything we deserve in Batman vs. Superman. I hope the fight's going to be longer between Batman and Superman. Definitely excited for that coming in this July. And I am excited. It is a big box office smash hit on the Easter weekend. And by golly, I'm going to see it with my family the next time. Well, next time. Well, anyway, this Batman vs. Superman was the greatest Batman. Well, actually, it's more of a Batman movie than a Superman movie. So, either way, Batman really stole the movie for me. And by golly, you should really enjoy this movie. If not, well, everybody's a hateful critic. Well, anyway, Batman vs. Superman, you may want to watch it, not with your kids, but with yourself, so be careful. This movie is a little bit dark, but not as dark as Batman Returns, though. Even though Batman Returns is my favorite Batman movie of all time. Well, anyway, as a fan, I give Batman vs. Superman a 9 out of 10, even though I did not like Lex Luthor as much. And I also loved the music by Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL. I thought the music was way jaw-dropping and very emotional and very powerful. I love Hans Zimmer's work. And I know my good friend K-Wing didn't like the music. He liked the music in Batman Begins a lot more. Anyway, I don't blame him for that. Everyone's a music critic. Anyway, Batman vs. Superman, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. As a critic, well, I'm not like a critic. Not like the nostalgia critic, anyway. Well, anyway, this is the perfect DC superhero crossover I've ever seen, and I'm hoping going to see it again. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Harri927, and I hope you have a pleasant Easter weekend. Well, even though Easter is going to be over. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. This is Harri927, and I'll see you guys next time.